Now let's compare and contrast the quarterback situations for these schools. Let's start with how they're different. Number one, you got 3 guys battling at one school and 2 battling at another. We went over the 3 over at Tennessee. The 2 at Syracuse. Syracuse fans, you know this by now. Ricky Collins, LSU transfer, got to campus in December. And then you got Steve Angeli, Notre Dame transfer, who came over in the spring after Ricky Collins was originally named the starting quarterback. So that's one way they're different. Number 2, Tennessee, 2 of their 3 guys are in-house recruits. And with Syracuse, you got 2 transfers. George MacIntyre and Jake Merklinger over at Tennessee, both homegrown, both former 4-star quarterbacks. Joey Aguilar is the lone transfer from Appalachian State. With Syracuse, they're both transfers. We just mentioned them. Ricky Collins from LSU, Steve Angeli from Notre Dame. The only way that this really matters, though, because there's a reason why I'm bringing it up, is if Tennessee decides to go with the familiarity route, which is Jake Merklinger, because Merklinger is the only one of the 3 over at Tennessee that was with the program last season. MacIntyre is a true freshman, and obviously Joey Aguilar comes over from Appalachian State. But that's another reason how Syracuse and Tennessee are just a little bit different with their quarterback battles. But they're also similar in a few ways. Number one, I think all of these quarterbacks, to an extent, have a tremendous prior pedigree that suggests that all of them could be future starting quarterbacks in college football, whether it's for Tennessee, whether it's for Syracuse. I think all these guys could start in power conference football if given the chance. I think all of them probably could. Joey Aguilar was an all-conference player for 2 years over at Appalachian State. And Tennessee has 2 4-star recruits waiting right there. And they're both in the competition. I think those are guys that one day, if it's not at Tennessee, they will probably enter the portal and get their shot to start somewhere else. Collins and Angeli at Syracuse, both former 4-star high school recruits, coming over from big-time programs in the transfer portal. LSU and Notre Dame are 2 of the best programs in the nation. Or I should say 2 of among the best. They are not the 2 best. They are 2 of among the best. So that's one way that they are very similar. All these quarterbacks seem to have a strong pedigree. But here's another thing. Both of these head coaches, Fran Brown, Josh Heupel, they are playing this to perfection. None of them are really tipping their hand. We could sit here and we could try to guess who the starting quarterback is going to be at Syracuse. We could sit here and try to guess who the starting quarterback is going to be at Tennessee in week 1. But we don't know for sure as of right now. Both these coaches are just taking their time and they're waiting for the right opportunity to eventually announce a starter. Both are eventually going to have to announce one sooner or later, whether it's the end of this week or next week. It's going to happen eventually. But for now, both these coaches are being tight-lipped. They're not really saying anything. Now, with Tennessee, I think it's going to be Joey Aguilar just because of the experience. And they brought him over in the portal for a reason. He's probably going to be the starter. But again, we don't know for sure. But with Syracuse, you could check the comments of these podcasts. Everyone seems to be split. You got some people in the comment section saying it's going to be Ricky Collins. We know it's Ricky Collins. We got some people saying it's Steve Angeli. He's coming over from Notre Dame for a reason in the spring, right? We don't know for sure, but we do have a little bit of news. I don't know how much we should really buy into it, though. That's the issue. Fran Brown did say publicly on the Syracuse Orange official YouTube channel, he did an interview, I believe, with Matt Park, that he's picking a quarterback after the next scrimmage, which is this weekend. So we are actually going to have our answer pretty soon as far as who is going to be the starting quarterback for Syracuse football. That should be determined this weekend. But second, is it a hint or is it not? I'm going to tell you what he said. Okay, I'm paraphrasing. He said that it's Ricky's job to lose. I'm referring to Ricky Collins. But he said it in a way where it's because Ricky Collins was originally named the starting quarterback. He was originally named the starting quarterback before Steve Angeli was there. And he also proceeded to say that Steve Angeli is really good and that he deserves a legitimate chance to be the starting quarterback. You can take that information for what it's worth. If you want to sit here and say that maybe Ricky Collins, as of right now, has a slight edge over Steve Angeli, that's totally fine. In fact, at this point, because Fran Brown said that, that's what I'm inclined to believe. But I'm not going to sit here now and proclaim Ricky Collins is the starting quarterback of Syracuse football. I still think that that is going to be determined in the next scrimmage.